Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a cruiserweight bout scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Please welcome, first of all, in the blue corner, wearing white with blue trim, with a record of 7 wins and just 1 draw. He weighs 13 stone, 10 pounds, representing Leeds, China, Clarke. Across the ring in the red corner, weighing 14 stone, 2.5 pounds, a record of 5 wins and just 1 defeat, originally from Holland, but now boxing out of West Ham. One of the newest members of the Hard Knocks stable, he is Mitchell Balker. Your referee for the contest is Bob Williams.
Well, here we go then.
Obey my command. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing will go to the furthest neutral corner and stay there. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go back to corners.
So here we go then. Mitchell Balker, 28 years of age, born in Suriname, which of course is a Dutch territory in the Caribbean, but brought up in Amsterdam. And of course there was a big name from Suriname, a great former world champion, Rogelio Tour, is a man that Balker has aspirations of emulating. Well, we'll see. China Clarke, undefeated in 8, looking to, of course, stretch that undefeated run. Only 1 draw against 7 wins. Come on then, Richard Williams, who's your money on?
I'm going on China.
You're going for China Clarke, fair enough.
I'm going for China Clarke. Initially, I'm looking, he looks keen, he looks like he's got the better balance of the two, to me, to be honest with you.
You may well be right. This is a cruiserweight contest, of course. And most of Balker's growing up, of course, was in Amsterdam. He's now based over here. Nice jab there from Balker.
Nice jab from Balker, but there was a good combination from Clarke before that.
Well, a thumping right to the head there a moment ago from Clarke. I've never met a man called China before, have you?
No. Unusual name, first time for everything. Certainly looks like he can fight a bit though.
Certainly does. Yeah, decent boxer. Hard to nail, I think, as well, because he's got a pretty tight defence. Referee there just trying to get things a bit tidier. Both men, of course, determined to do well. But Clarke took a swiping right there, but he might just have his nose in front here, Richard.
Well, surprisingly, China Clarke's gone into his shell a little bit. Looking to hold far too early for me. I thought he'd be trying to fire those straight shots from outside, seeing he's got the height and reach advantage.
But of course, when Balker closes the gap, things get a bit tougher, don't they, for China?
Got to be careful with that holding. The referee will be on him for that.
Yeah, well, China Clarke needs distance, doesn't like being crowded. But of course, there's only one way to ensure you get that, and that's to take a backward step when your opponent takes a forward step. Maintain the gap.
Maintain the gap. ABC of boxing.
Tell me about it, Richard Williams. Nice bit of work here now from Balker, and I'm going to call that first round level, Richard.
Well, I'm actually going to give it to Balker. The reason I'm going to give it to Balker, Clarke was doing way too much holding for me. Way too much holding. He's gone into his show inside. And Balker, he's showing the fighting heart.
Well, I will recall that, and we'll see. And by the way, folks, those of you listening out there, delighted to be joined by Richard Williams. Great fighter, a real nice fella. But over to my left-hand side, I can see people like Gary Logan, Jason Matthews, Chris Oko, who's just caught my eye, Ian Napper. You know, I mean, Chris Oko's on his way over now with a big smile on his face, as indeed he always has. Always a pleasure to see Chris Oko and everybody else, of course. And this has been a real hotbed of fighting talent tonight. Spencer Fearon to my left as well. So round two it is now. Will China Clarke taste defeat for the first time in his professional career, or can he overcome Michael Balker? That is the question. I scored a level because I thought Balker made a slower start to round one, but had a good finish, and that balanced it up for me. But of course, Richard Williams has gone for Balker in round one. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I went for him because he was trying to make the fight.
Yeah, but we won't get into the technical details, Richard. But you could well be right, you know. I mean, he's a very strong, committed individual. And if he's to stand a chance at all here, China Clarke, he needs to maintain that distance where he's far more comfortable. He doesn't like being crowded, doesn't like being come on to.
That's right, he's definitely started the way he needs to.
Oh, look at that hook, good shot! And he's got him in trouble, he's gone over!
Fantastic shot, fantastic shot.
Well, it was a right hand on the side of the head that put him over. But there's all sorts of shots started that. Here we go.
Balker up way too soon for me.
Here we go. Can he do it again? China Clarke, can he take him out here? Well, Balker once again under pressure, severe pressure as well. But sometimes, you know, this kind of pressure can wake you up and get you back in a fight.
Balker looks out of it to me. I think right now, if Clarke stands back, gives himself some room, goes to the body first, this fight ends.
I couldn't agree more, Richard. Have you ever been in the position that Balker finds himself in now?
Not quite as bad as that. I've been able to hide it a bit better, keep my composure, and that's what Balker needs to do. Grab hold, grab hold. He needs to grab hold.
Well, the referee won't, of course, let him get away with that, but plenty of work. It's clearly a two-point round for China Clarke. And I don't think Balker's legs are right there, you know, Richard.
No, definitely not. He's showing heart to be standing up.
Sometimes it's just pure survival instinct that keeps you going.
Definitely, but I still say that it's a touch of courtesy of Clarke, because if he had stood back, I think this fight would be over. Needs to pick his shots a bit better. He's gone a bit wild.
Well, this is better from Clarke. Well, that's clearly a two-point round in favour of China Clarke. Well, here we go. A bit more replay then from round two. And this was a big round for China Clarke, no doubt about that. And I mean, it was a right hand, I think, that did it. The left hook was nothing.
Right hand uppercut.
And that was the moment he fell. Lovely right hand to the side of the head there. And here it is again from another angle. And, well, you know, he went to pieces completely, didn't he, Jason? Sorry, Richard.
He did indeed. But for me, got up too soon. Got up way too soon. Should have took an 8 count. And I think he's in there courtesy of Clarke at the moment, because he rushed just a bit too much.
Well, I wonder what Johnny Eames could have said to Michael Balker in that corner. You know, we'll have to just wait and see. Here we go, round three.
Balker showed good character to get through that round. He was under pressure for nearly the whole round. He stuck it out.
And Michael Balker was sharing a dressing with one Ben Degani, who's on a wee bit later. And very nice guy to speak to. You know, I wish everyone well, of course, you know that, Richard. But on this occasion, well, as we know, China Clarke's come all the way down from Leeds to defend his undefeated record, and he wants to go home with it added to.
He's very confident now, Clarke. Balker's legs still haven't come fully back to him yet. You can see them wobbling every now and then.
Yeah, that's the first thing I look at, of course, when a fighter gets hit, just to see how the legs are operating. And he's taken another heavy shot there.
I think this is where, for me, Clarke needs to get some distance, hit him repeatedly from outside and just discourage Balker.
Well, don't forget, of course, you did tip China Clarke to win this. Of course, there's no saying yet that he's going to, but it would look quite likely on what we've seen so far. Having said that, you know, Richard Williams, you know, Balker could have a complete surge.
Anything is possible in boxing.
Well, you know that as well as I do.
And I think Balker, the fact that he's showing so much grit, he's showing so much grit to stay in there.
Yes, it's been an unsettling experience, I think, for Michael Balker, but as Richard Williams has said, he's a very gritty performer. You know, he's got in there, he's done what needs to be done. He may not be winning, but at least he's trying, and he's trying very hard. We were chatting earlier, Richard, about how important some people would regard someone's undefeated record. It didn't mean much to you, it means nothing to me.
Absolutely right. Unbeaten records, just for the paper.
You said it, my friend. Anyway, we have an undefeated fighter here in China Clarke, of course, in the sky blue and white shorts. And it looks like he might add to that 8 by going up to undefeated in 9. Early days, though. There's another 3 rounds to go when this one's done.
It'll be a learning fight. It'll be a learning fight for the both of them. Again, it'll be interesting to hear what Clarke's corner are telling him. I'm pretty certain it'll be telling him to get some space. Give himself some space.
Well, I went levels on the first. I know you went in favour of Balker, which would have Balker 2 points behind at this stage for you, but 3 for me currently, because I went level on the opener.
Sure.
And don't forget, China Clarke, of course, won round 2 by the 2-point margin due to that knockdown and the fact that he won the round as well. You know, 2-point rounds are not automatic. Just remember that. They are at the discretion of the referee. If you win the round and you score a knockdown, generally, it's worth 2 points.
We've got to think as well, there's also the possibility for Balker. He's been down, he got knocked down, a heavy knockdown, but he survived the next round, and maybe his legs are coming back to him. He'll be thinking, I've taken his best shot, I'm still here.
Absolutely right, Richard. Anyway, here we are on the halfway stage, round 4. Well, I've got a feeling here that... well, that was a push. That was a push and a slip. Oh, he's got a count.
No, I think that was a push.
I do too. Well, here we go. Action resumes then after that count against Balker, which I thought was a push.
Yeah, I think he threw the punch, but then